Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City. Today at the historic Sun Bowl as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Air Force Falcons, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Delaware's offense will get first crack at it here. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a...
Breaks into the open. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. New set of downs after the completion. To throw, it's Traore. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line race, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. So Air Force's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. There's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This time it's complete. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll run the screen.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Wants to throw. It's Traore. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They'll try the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Tight end getting vertical. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. And they'll just down it right there. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking for a man. It's Traore. Finds his man. It's Hart. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Blue Hens will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Falcons are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. To the air, it's Traore. Caught in the backfield, it's Browning. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught, close to the marker, it's Hart. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Hodges. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down, using the quick game. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is ripped. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And the Falcons decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Gonna run it. It's Browning. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Reese, very few venues provide a better stage than Sun Bowl Stadium as we bring you this first half update of the Sun Bowl from El Paso. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the second half of the Sun Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Blue Hens will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. And that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. In that first half, need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 45 on its way. And how about that run? A huge gain and a slide at the end.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Falcons can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got it on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll give it to the back. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Here's a heat. Touchdown, Falcons! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Use the play fake, now to throw. On target over the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Dropping back, it's Traore. Looking left. He's got an open man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Finds us back in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The offense will put in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Trying to move them on the counter. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure?
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Falcons will punt it away on 4th down. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Back to pass, it's Traore. Snagged in the middle, it's Hart. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. The throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
This offense has it with really good field position. The receiver on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll go to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Wide receiver going in motion. Running to the left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Back to throw, it's Traore. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Blue Hens moving quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Blue Hens trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Going for 6. Touchdown, Delaware. Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. On the move, he fires. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He'll throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Burns. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. It's a draw. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance as a coaching staff.